Welcome back, student. We were doing our chapter. Name of the chapter is Chemical Effect of Electric Current. We have discussed few important topics of this chapter. Now we are going to cover remaining topics of this chapter. So we were discussing, we divide all the fluids into two categories: poor conductor and good conductor. We do not call them insulator and conductor, as you know that, because in certain condition even poor conductor can conduct. There is no insulators in case of fluids. Okay. For example, distilled water. Distilled water is not having any kind of ions, any kind of salt in it. So it is poor conductor. But when we add salt, it acts as a good conductor. So we can never call any solution as insulator. Okay. Even air also. Air is poor conductor otherwise, but in certain situation, air also conduct electricity. For example, lightning. Okay. Thunderstorm. So that's why we classify material as good conductor and poor conductor instead of conductor and insulator. So, okay. When salt is dissolved in distilled water, we obtain salt solution which can conduct electricity. Few more example of solution which can conduct electricity are lime water, salt water, then even your vegetable oil also can conduct water, vinegar, lemon juice, all those things can conduct water. They are good conductor of electricity. Okay. Water otherwise, other than distilled water, water is always good conductor of electricity. Okay. So next topic is your electrolysis. For that, you have to know few terms regarding this electrolysis. What is electrolysis? Electro plus lysis. Lysis means breakdown. Electro means in presence of electricity. Okay. In electrolysis, we break down the things in presence of electricity. What is this process? For that, you need to know few more terms. Very first is electrolyte. What is electrolyte? Electrolyte is chemical compound which in presence of electricity break down or dissociate itself into that ions, positive ions and negative ions. So what are electrolytes? Electrolytes are the chemical component which in presence of electricity dissociate itself into the positive and negative ions. Okay, we require electrolyte for electrolysis process. Okay, so let's see this activity number 14.5. For that, you have to take 3 clean plastic and rubber cap bottle, pour 2 tablespoons of distilled water in each of them. We always take distilled water in such that experiments or activities. Why? Because if we take any other source of water, it will be having its own salt dissolved in it, which will interfere with activity. That's why we take distilled water and then we add our electrolyte, because electrolyte can conduct the electricity more efficiently, because it is dissociating itself into ions. It can conduct electricity, right? But if you take any other source of water, it is having the dissolved salt, previous dissolved salt, which will interfere with experiment. So we take distilled water, add lemon juice or hydrochloric acid. It will enhance the activity. Acid always enhance. The dilute sulfuric acid we add, that will enhance the activity of electrolyte. Okay, in one cap. Now the second cap containing distilled water, add few drop of base such as caustic soda, potassium iodide. Add little sugar to the distilled water. The third cap and dissolve it. Test which solution can conduct electricity. Okay, you have to test it. You can test it on your own. Now next, and the most that important topic before that, most liquid conduct electricity. Okay, are acid, base and salt. All acid, all base and all salt can conduct electricity because they are having ions. Okay. When electric current flows through conducting solution, does it produce any effect? Next, study in this section 14.2, chemical effect of electric current. I hope you remember what chemical effects are. Chemical effects basically include the presence of bubbles, production of bubbles, right? Then deposition of any layer, then the presence of any smell. All these things, change in color, all these things indicate chemical changes going on. We are going to study this in this part. Okay. So in class 7 we learned some effect of electric current. We have learned about heating, magnetic part. Now we are going to learn about chemical part of this, chemical aspect of your electric current. Okay. For that, let's study this activity 14.6. In this, you have to take two carbon rods. Okay. From the two discarded cell you can take. Then clean their that cap with the help of sandpaper. We always use sandpaper for cleaning purpose. Wrap copper wires around the metal caps of the these two carbon rods. Wrap copper wire to make it conducting, right? And then dip in the solution of water, normal water. Then these carbon rods are known as electrodes. What are electrodes? Electrodes are nothing but the metal rods which we use in such experiments. Okay. Two type of electrodes are there. We use two type of electrode. First one, which is attached to the positive terminal, that is called your anode. The electrode which is that connected to positive terminal of battery is known as anode, and your that electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of battery is known as cathode. Keep this in your mind. Okay. Now this is the whole experiment. Now what you have to do? Pour cup full of water in a glass. You have to take water that adds salt, which act as electrolyte. In this experiment, salt will act as electrolyte, and few drop of lemon juice. Lemon juice is nothing but your acid, which will enhance the conductivity. Okay. Now immerse the electrode in this solution. Make sure metal caps of the electrode are outside. Okay. Otherwise, your experiment will not work. It will damage your carbon load. Okay. Then wait for 3 to 4 minutes. Observe electrode carefully. You will observe bubbles. These are the bubbles of oxygen and hydrogen. And presence of bubbles indicate chemical change. So this activity demonstrates that electricity is having chemical effect also. Okay. This is a demonstration of this. And who discovered, who gave this theory? This theory is given by William Nicholson. This was the scientist who gave this theory that on passing current, the solution will show chemical effect in presence of electricity. Okay. Now, passage of electric current through conducting solution causes chemical reactions. As a result, bubbles of gas may be formed on electrode. Deposit of metal may seen in electrode. Okay. Deposition, presence of bubbles, color change, fragrance, smell change, all these things indicate chemical change. Okay. Now, next one is, so Bujor decided to test whether some fruit and vegetable can conduct electricity or not. So he took one potato, he cut them into piece, he cut that potato into piece, and he just put it in such kind of circuit. Okay. And he add that battery, and one tester. In this case, we use magnetic needle for the tester, because as you know that in case of solution and even fruits also we use either LED or magnetic needle as tester, because bulb will not work in such cases. Okay. So after that putting everything in this circuit, he forgot about this experiment and he left. After, when he came back, he saw that there is a green spot on one end of this potato. He was amazed when he repeated this blue-green spot. When he repeated this experiment for several times, every time only this part is having this green spot. So let's find out why such thing happened. He was surprised with the observation. Along with Paheli repeated this activity many times, they found that it was always a wire connected to the positive terminal is having this spot. They felt that this discovery was very useful. Actually, such kind of thing in which when you do something for getting result for something else, such kind of thing in science is known as serendipity. Bujo was doing experiment for something else, but he found out something else. Such situation in science is known as serendipity. Okay. This is the term used for such situation. Okay. Now, even because Bujo can now conclude that your battery is inside a concealed box, we can find out the positive terminal using such activity also. experiment because Bojo in his mind he was experimenting for checking whether the fruit and vegetables also are conducting or not, but he found out that we can check positive and negative terminal without looking at battery itself. Okay, so such case is serendipity. Now let us move forward our next topic, that is nothing but electroplating. What is this electroplating? You know that brand new cycle has a shiny handlebar. Your new utensils have this shiny coating. How does this happen? And after a certain time, accidentally, if that layer is scratched out, you find out not so shiny layer below that. What is this process? How this all these things happens? Even have you heard this term sona chada hua, that other metal? Okay, pani chada hua sona. I hope that's what we call it in Hindi. In English it is gold plated metal, right? How does all this thing happen? We are going to find out in this particular topic, in this section. Okay, so yeah, you might also have seen women using ornament which appear to be made of gold, which are not actually gold but they are gold plated, right? However, with repeated use, the gold covering wears off and revealing silver or other metal beneath it. In both cases, the metal has a coating of another metal. This process is known as electroplating. Depositing a thin layer of one metal over another metal in the presence of electricity is your electroplating. Electroplating. Plating in presence of electricity is electroplating. Okay. Now, let us study this activity. For that, we need a copper sulfate solution. Okay, and two copper plate of size of 10 multiply 4 centimeter. Take 250 ml of distilled water. Again, we are using distilled water because it will give true result. Okay, in a clean and a dry beaker, dissolve 2 tablespoons of copper sulfate, which is nothing but electrolyte. Add few drop of dilute sulfuric acid, which will make it more conducting. Okay. Now clean copper plate with a sandpaper. Now rinse them with a water and dry them. Connect the copper plate to the terminal of battery. Immerse them in a copper sulfate solution. Your setup would appear like this. Okay, these are the two copper plates. This is the battery. One copper plate is attached to the positive terminal, so it would be your anode. This is your cathode, which is attached to the negative terminal. This liquid contains copper sulfate solution, so it's your electrolyte solution. Okay. So let's see what happened. Allow the current to pass through for 15 minutes. Now remove the electrode from this solution and look at them carefully. Do you find difference in one of them? Okay. Do you find coating of one metal over another? What color is this coating of? Now note down all your observations. So let's see. When electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, the copper sulfate will dissociate into copper and sulfate. Electrolysis process, which we have discussed. In the presence of electricity, the electrolyte which is here is copper sulfate. It will dissociate into copper and sulfate. Okay. The free copper get drawn to the electrode connected to the negative terminal. Why? The free copper which is present in the solution will after certain time accumulated on the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal. Why? Because free copper will be of positive that charge. Okay, copper is of positive charge, so it will be attracted towards negative charge electrode. This is negatively charged electrode, so all the free copper ions will be accumulated on this cathode only. Okay, this is the reason. Yes. Now from the other electrode copper plate, equal amount of copper get dissolved in water. Then what happened? The loss of copper from the solution is restored and process continues. Okay. This means that copper get transferred from one electrode to another electrode. Basically, what is happening in the presence of electrolyte, the one copper metal will shed all the copper and it will accumulate it on the second plate which is attached to the negative terminal. So this is the plating of one copper over another copper rod in the presence of electricity. Okay. By this experiment we can get the purified layer of copper also. Okay. So this is electroplating. Now let's move forward. Yes. The process of depositing one layer of any desired metal on another metal by means of electricity is electroplating. It is one of the most common application of chemical effect of electric current. How can you say that it's a chemical effect? Because there is a deposition which is very visible from your naked eyes also. Okay. Electroplating is very useful process. It is widely used in the industry of coating metal with a thin layer of different metal. Okay. Why do we use such that plating? We will find it out. The layer of metal deposited has some desired property. Okay, the layer which we are coating on another metal has some desired property, but this metal is costly as compared to other metals. So what we get after coating, we will get the cheaper metal and the metal which is costly over it. For example, chromium. Chromium has this shiny surface. Okay, but chromium is costly. So what we can do? We can just get this the chromium layer on another cheaper metal layer, so that we get this shiny surface. Okay, which will be cost effective. Now the metal layer deposit has some desired property. For example, chromium plating is done on many objects such as car part, new bicycle, bath tape, kitchen gas, burner, bicycle, handlebar, etc. Okay, to get the shiny layer. Chromium has a shiny appearance. First property, shiny appearance. Second, it never corrode. So we can use it for preventing the corrosion of our iron also. Okay. It resists scratches. Third property, however, chromium is very expensive. That's why we just need one layer of chromium. By the process of electroplating, we can do it. Okay, it will be economical. So object made with cheaper metal and only coating of chromium over it will be deposit. Jewelry makers also electroplate for the same reason, because silver and gold are expensive. That's why we just need one layer of gold and silver and we can electroplate them over another metal which is much more cheaper. It will give appearance of gold. Okay. Tin cans used for storing food are made by electroplating tin into iron. Okay. Again same thing, because tin is cost effective. Tin is less reactive also. Less reactive and cheaper as compared to iron, so that's why we use tin for such can. Thus food will not come in contact with iron and it's protected from getting spoiled. Iron is used in bridges and automobiles to provide strength again, but iron can corrode. That's why to prevent that, iron tends to corrode and rust, so coating of zinc is deposited over it. You have read about it in your class 7th also. The process is known as galvanization. It is nothing but advanced form of your electroplating only. Okay. In the electroplating factories, the disposal of the used conducting solution is a major concern. So it's a new level of pollution. It is polluting waste, and there is specific disposal guidelines to protect the environment. Okay. Now your chapter is over. Now let us cover our NCERT part. NCERT part. First is fill up. Most liquid that conduct electricity are solution of, you know that, acid, base or salt. Okay. Second one is the passage of electric current through the solution cause chemical effect. If you pass current through copper sulfate solution, copper get deposit on plate connected to dash terminal, negative terminal, as we have discussed, because copper is positively charged and it will be deposited on negative terminal only. D. Process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another metal by means of electricity is electroplating. Right? Next is when free end of tester is dipped in solution, magnetic needle show deflection. Can you explain why? Because electricity is passing through it. That's why, because electricity is there, that's why it will show deflection. Now in this question, name 3 liquid which when tested in the manner shown in 14.9 may cause magnetic effect to deflect. Basically you have to tell 3 solutions which can conduct electricity. Lemon juice, then your salt solution, vegetable oil. Many more examples are there. Sea water, okay, normal tap water. Many examples are there. You can write on your own. Question number 4. The bulb does not glow in the setup shown in this figure 14.10. List the possible reason. First of all, your liquid may be non-conducting. Okay, this is the add-on. In this question you can write down the possible reason which we have read in class 7th and 6th also. First one is because maybe the solution is not conducting, maybe it is poor conductor. Secondly, we are using bulb here. Bulb only show deflection in case of high conducting या फिर good conductors, but it will never show the glow in case of poor conductor. We should use LED in such setup. Third thing is maybe this battery is used up. Okay, maybe the filament of bulb is broken already. Maybe wiring are loose. Many more things you can write. Okay. Tester is used to check conduction of electricity through two liquids A and B. It is found that bulb of tester glow brightly for liquid A while it glow very dimly for liquid B. What is your conclusion? So conclusion is first one, liquid A is better conductor than B. Liquid B is better conductor than A. Both are equally conducting. Conducting property limit cannot compare in this manner. Answer is liquid A is better conductor than liquid B because it is having more ions. That's why it is show more conduction. Sixth question. Does pure water conduct electricity? If not, what can we do to make it more conductivity? Your pure water. If this pure water means distilled water. Actually, this question is not properly framed. Basically, they should be asking if does your distilled water conduct electricity? If distilled water is there, no, distilled water cannot conduct electricity because it is not having the enough ions to do that. Not enough, it is not having ions at all. So that's why your distilled water never conduct electricity. To make it conducting, we have to add ions. We have to dissolve salt in it. Okay. Question number 7. In case of fire, before the firemen use water hoses, they shut off the main electric supply for the area. As you know that water is good conductor of electricity. Normal water is good conductor of electricity. So to avoid electric shock, your electrician switch off the main supply. Okay. 8th question. Children staying in coastal region test the drinking water and also sea water with the tester. He find out compass needed to reflect more in case of sea water because sea water is having dissolved salt which make it more conducting. Next is Is it safe for electrician to carry out electric repair outside during heavy downpour? Downpour means rain. No, it is not safe because again same reason, water is good conductor of electricity. So it is not safe for electrician to carry out repair outside when heavy rain is there. Okay. 10th question. Paheli had heard of rainwater as a good conductor as distilled water as compared to. So she collected some rainwater in a clean glass tumbler and tested it using a tester. To her surprise, she found out compass needle showed deflection. What could be the reason? Because this rainwater may come in contact with your any salt which is present or any mineral which is present in the area, and it may show deflection for that reason. Okay. Question number 11. Prepare a list of objects around you that are electroplated. You should do this question by your own. Okay. You should show your creativity in this question. Question number 12. The process that you saw in activity 14.7 is used for the purification of copper. A thin plate of pure copper and thick rod of impure copper are used as electrode. Copper from impure rod is found to be transferred to the thin copper plate. Which electrode should be attached to the positive terminal of the battery? The positive terminal we should always attach the impure one, and in negative terminal you should attach the pure one. Okay. Okay student, that's all for our chapter. Now we will meet in our next video. Thank you so much.